Welcome back, listener viewers, to another episode of Ikenfell. I am once again joined by Gary blah blah blah, Gary blah 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 of Rhetorical Answers. Hi, Gary. How are you?
I am well.
It's been a little while since our last recording session, but I am excited to get back to this.
It has been. Do you mind if I give a little bit of a plug at the beginning of this episode?
Oh, sure. Go for it.
All right. So, obviously, I was able to talk about and talk to Ivy with my interaction with the Beats to Play Games, Beats to Play Games 2 server. But that's also where I met a lot of other people, including the lovely Shell Wong, who puts on this charity EP jam every year. And so I actually made a song for that jam. I'm not plugging the song, I am plugging the jam itself. There will be an album released probably sometime in March. But the proceeds for that are going to able gamers. So their whole thing is making gaming accessible for people. Which, by the way, this game does an excellent job at. So I figured this particular charity, with this particular Let's Play, was a really cool tie.
Yeah. Thanks for telling us about that. There will be a link in the description below on how you can check that out, and also a link to Gary's song, because even though he didn't particularly want to plug the song, we're still going to be doing it anyways. Or I'm still going to be doing it anyways.
It was a fun song.
At any rate, I believe when last we left off, we got the clothes necessary to enter Safina's room. We also learned that we can equip the clothes of Safina. I didn't know that. I thought they were key items. Now they're clothes. So without further ado, let's actually let's see what's in the basement.
We have a memory crystal right off the bat.
Yeah, this is definitely Saf's room.
I'm surprised in no way by how much of a disaster it is.
She always did have a hard time sticking to a single project.
This book has slime all over it. It should be illegal to treat books like this. So what are we looking for exactly?
This might tell us. A memory stone thing.
Very precise naming, Petronella. Good job. I mean, it's just as effective as anything else, I guess. Now this is interesting. It's disarmed. You can come in.
Is the door trap really necessary, Safina?
I know, right? Also, excuse me. Come in, come in. Thanks for coming by. I know you've got a lot of students swarming your office. But you're probably the only one who can help me with this.
I'm very interested in these books you're finding.
Did you manage to translate any of it?
This book is amazing, Safina. Some of these spells could be over 1,000 years old. All of this is completely forgotten history. And you're telling me your little invention helped you find this?
Oh, I've found a lot more. I've had a theory that I'm, like, excited about.
Safina, what you've made is incredible. But you realize how dangerous it could be, right?
Dangerous. You haven't seen Dangerous yet.
But even though it's dangerous, this is really important research. I have to change my entire thesis because of what you found. I know you two don't see eye to eye, but I'll have to run this by the headmistress.
No, don't.
Safina, what aren't you telling me?
I have reason to believe she's been deceiving us all. And I mean that in a big way. Sounds like my theory was. Okay, yes.
What are you...
Ikenfell. It isn't what it seems. There's an immense power here, and she knows about it. She's been hiding it right under our noses this whole time.
That is a very bold claim.
But it's true. And I have proof. Give me 2 days to get it. Then I'll bring it to you, I swear. Just don't say anything to the headmistress until then.
Fine. 2 days. But I'm not translating anything else for you until then.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You won't regret it. I promise.
Clean this place up. It's a fire hazard at best.
Z disarmed the lock.
New pronouns! Neopronouns! Z. Gotcha.
I'd better not underestimate, sir. It's time to go dig up some old magic. Alright, so I had this theory, right? I was thinking about it and I was talking to Lauren, but like that first like really sinister memory that we saw with her like talking about destroying something that someone was hiding, that Eldra was the one hiding something and she was going to destroy whatever she was hiding. So I'm like, yes! I was on the right track.
I agree.
That raised more questions than it answered. No, we're getting close. She created something. She used it to locate these old books. And she's all but declared war on the headmistress.
Do you think Ima knows what happened? Good point. That other person?
I'm as a 7th-year student, and also a junior professor. Z teaches history to first years in the astronomy tower. I'm as a genius. It makes sense Saf would oh my god, I can't talk. It makes sense Saf would seek Zur out. Oh. Blah, blah. S's and Z's. S's and Z's. Red leather, human leather. Red leather, human leather.
Red leather, human leather. Red leather, human leather.
We should as well. Z can tell us what that invention was capable of.
The invention? This is it. A prism heart.
That's it? That's her big, dangerous invention. Are you sure, Marit?
Yeah. In the memory, I saw her take it with her. I can't explain it, but I can just feel it. Let's take it to Ima. Where is the astronomy tower?
It's in the Twilight Courtyard.
Where the fuck is the Twilight Courtyard, Rook?
Well, if we go east from the northern dorms, we can get there.
Oh, you were gonna explain that all along, weren't you?
Yeah, you dumbass.
You just keep saying these nouns, these place nouns, like I know where they are. I'm not from this school!
Yeah, okay,
well, I want to point out that I already really like Ima as a character. Z seems really interesting. I am also using Z's name in a sentence to get used to the pronouns that I am bad at, as we have established.
Yeah. I mean, we've both made our mistakes. I'm just to be trying
fair,
not to trip over it in spoken word. It makes a lot more sense to me on paper than saying it just because I think I'm not used to saying Z in like aloud, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta get better at that.
In my case, I was just like, even as I was saying that, I almost had another infamous Petronella situation of saying like, oh, she uses Zazir pronouns. Fuck. Easily my favorite little bit of editing I have done thus far in this series. Now, okay, I didn't actually... Where are we going? Okay, we're going there.
Yeah, here's another interesting thing, right? Is the grass and trees are different colors. We're gonna have to check all of those trees, aren't we? Okay.
We need to kiss and lick every rock. That has been and will continue to be our philosophy in this game. Kiss and lick every rock.
So, okay, something that has caught my attention, right, is that we are actually seeing the usage of both they, them, and Zizir pronouns. Mm-hmm. So this is a very practical example that those two philosophies on addressing people in a non-binary way don't necessarily have to oppose. Whoa. Okay.
This is cool.
That rock looks like it's gonna...
Oh. What is this?
Isn't it great? This was built with old magic long ago. A courtyard in eternal twilight. Younger students like to come here for dates. A romantic spot.
Is everything okay?
I'm fine. The astronomy tower is located in the center of the courtyard. Rook, you're a bad liar. Oh no! How do we get on the...
rock, want to lick rock.
Okay, well, first you should lick those trees that are in that area.
I can't. Okay,
like
maybe
that.
I can lick these. But yeah, as you were saying, as we do some exploring here.
So it can jump but we can't?
Fucking stupid
Dicks?
star things. But as you were saying,
right, so those philosophies don't actually have to contradict or be at odds with each other at all. Even though a lot of people are like, which one are we going to do? Which one is society going to go for? And it's like, there isn't a reason that society can't use both. I mean, it's not like language doesn't get updated with time. Whether it's using specific words for specific things, or general words for general things, and coming up with neologisms, like, none of that is odd in any way. And so, being able to use they, them, in more informal or unsure situations, especially when you're just talking and when it's easy for people, is perfectly valid. And when you know that someone's preferred pronouns are they, zir, then it's like, okay, that's fine. Like, now we can use something more specific because we know better. I mean, it's not like we don't literally subdivide everything else. It makes sense.
I was talking to a friend of mine who, let's see, where are you? They've been thinking about switching their pronouns recently, and their pronouns are already different than their assigned at birth gender. And so I was talking with them about this. I can't help but think I'm just, like, missing something, right? Like, there's all this stuff over there.
Go back again.
Oh.
Can you? Yeah.
Okay.
Might want to check those benches.
Yeah.
Lick every rock, Kyle. Every rock.
But at any rate, they also happen to be a linguist themselves. And I was discussing, like, new pronouns with them. And the conversation was fascinating in general. But sort of their thoughts on it were that neopronouns don't work for a lot of people simply because they are not something we have been raised with at the time, and so people have a hard time identifying with it. And because that's sort of the point of choosing your pronouns anyways. It's like finding something that you identify with, that you like being called, that sounds like you. And when it's for lack of a better term, a made-up word, obviously it's a lot more complicated than that, because all words are made-up words. People just don't stick with it as much. But as time goes on and non-binary identification becomes more common, we might be seeing more new pronouns and Zizir being more commonly used and more widely accepted. And that's really cool.
It's very much like, the usage of neologisms is very much an investment in the continued development of our language. It's something that is trying to be altruistic anyway, and it happens to go even further than we might always expect.
Can't remember if I already talked about this on a previous episode, but another fun part of that conversation was just the admission that the gender binary really just, like, serves no one. Even me, who primarily, like, identifies as just a cis male, like, the binary does not, like, help me be more in touch with my identity. It doesn't help me critically think about my gender. It just, like, if anything, it's caused me more grief than help. So, like, what's the point of it?
It's basically it puts expectations on people, and it helps to keep a hegemony in place, as opposed to actually being useful. I mean, I'm sure that there are people who have studied history a bit more and might know what benefits it may have had in the past, but at this point, it's like, and even, you know, throughout more recent history, it's like, you know, mostly the gender binary was for keeping power in the hands of men, and you know, in terms of voting, in terms of land ownership, in terms of who gets to say what they want, just anything really. And so it's outdated and it's not useful to people. Ooh.
Wonder what that does. Less HP, but more power, more speed. I want that on Marit, frankly.
I feel like we put that on Marit, and then we put the heart brooch on someone else.
Do we really need to? Oh, okay. It's just a flat better for Petronella.
Yep.
Especially since Petronella's in our B squad at the moment.
Yeah. Just means that we don't get that extra little bit of health right now. Oh, by the way, while I was playing last time, I found a new... Okay. Incoming! Oh, he's catch it. Oh,
you're so fabulous.
Nice catch. That thing up there was scary. Why'd we flee, though? We could have defeated it.
I know, but I'm tired. And if it were to happen, I'm not sure I'd have enough left in me to handle it. Is that a typo?
I think
that's a typo. Aw, sweetie. Sorry.
It's okay. I mean, it's an otherwise really good game. Nothing is perfect.
I can't judge anyone for typos. I too have made some intentional stylistic choices that I now regret.
I'm not going to say anything about that.
Shut up and read your line.
I was going to. Well, it kind of feels like I'm just holding you back.
No, that's not it. I'm
just fooling. Come on. Let's keep looking. The music is as cheery as ever, but it seems like they're stressed.
Dwellers of the Ghost Realm. If I could speak with you, I'd ask, why? Why did you choose him, of all people? But I guess I should ask myself the same thing. They are boyfriends.
Love that they still hide. They're just like, nope. Nope. We hear them, but we stay away. Frick.
This thing.
Why?
It bothers me.
Why? Like, why? Just why? Why?
More speed.
More speed, less movement.
actually don't super need a bunch of movement on... actually, if I want movement on anyone, it'd probably be Rook. Because Rook's better when he gets into position. Whereas Marit and Purdy can have some setup associated with them.
There's a tree over there that we definitely need to get.
Yeah, I'd love to, buddy. But I'm currently unable to leap over chest-high walls.
I don't even know if they're chest-high. That's the problem.
I don't think so either.
I don't know why they did this.
I understand from a level design perspective, but like it's I love this game. I have some notes about this particular area.
Yeah, me too. Well, hey, I mean, all things considered, we came a very long way before we were actually like, okay, there are a couple of things that could have, some improvements.
I mean, it's the case with every game. In fact, I almost feel like I'm just noticing more because I'm actively commentating while playing with you.
Definitely.
Oh no.
Why do they just teleport? I see the star flying, and especially with like the twinkling effects behind it, like my automatic thought is just the more you know. like nothing to do with anything, but it's like just the image automatically triggers something for me.
I don't know why this apparently is the friendly fire encounter for me.
It's whatever.
Though, another just look behind the curtain. Really didn't start uploading episodes until in between this recording session.
Oh,
no. That, okay. I was gimme. That's mean.
I had the same thing happen to me in, I think it was the dorms, actually. Like, that bad guy that was right in the doorway, I accidentally went through the doorway before collecting all of his coins, and then I went back and none of them were there. I was upset.
Yeah, that's a shame.
I mean, it's not that bad. Like, because the coins are only worth so much, and like the game is pretty nice about giving you the things that you need, but like it was just aggravating because it's like I earned that thing. Ooh,
yeah,
a shiny.
What?
Under the bench.
Ah, yes, we should go over there.
I also want to note that not only did the shiny go, but one of the fireflies actually flew to said shiny. So that's cool. Like it tried to, catch your eye in that way.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of like little hidden things in this level. I feel like
I'm gonna go around here just in case there's something else.
I feel like it's meant to like try and funnel you around so that you can get all of the little hidden things. But I feel like it would be better to do that either by making it a little bit more linear, or by just like not making any of the things that you find necessary. Like, I mean, just leave it as a reward for the people who actually look around for it.
So, in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with the game design per se. Like, if this was all, for lack of a better term, ones and zeros, I'd be fine with it. But something about the choice of graphics, where it looks like you by all means should be able to just walk across the pathway, but you can't. that's where it gets like frustrating. I don't mind that like the actual level is set up maze-like in this way. It's just the fact that I feel like I should be able to go over there and I cannot. Like, that's where I think the failing is, so to speak.
I can see that. I can see that. Mind you, I want to make sure that the listener viewers are very clear on something that I am not upset. Like,
oh
this
yeah,
game
no,
has
we're
been absolutely
we're engaging
fantastic.
in some healthy critique.
This is like, in terms of as far as I see it, it's like it's hardly a nitpick at this point. Like, because they've been so damn perfect on everything else. I feel like this is gonna be a dungeon crawl.
Yep. So figure we save here, and we can probably call this episode for the day. I hope you all had a good time, and will join us in the next one. Have a good night, everyone.
Lates. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, you know, that stuff. You can find other ways to support Kyle in the link below, but don't forget to check out my stuff at Rhetorical Answers. Remember, a little goes a long way, even if it's just sharing with friends. Thanks again. Lates.